Everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 763 for this beautiful Thursday evening. Man, we are rounding out the week, and I hope you guys are all staying on track, being consistent with your study. By the way, my name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. That's Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, Series 7. She's the one that's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, so that way you too can get your pass notice. Because why, Brandy?
It's a hot past summer.
All right, we're gonna get this before summer is out, and then we'll change it up on Brandy.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that everybody's here. This is 30 minutes of free study tonight. We are gonna have content, test taking techniques. It's a good night to be on here because we're gonna cover a question from 6 different exams. We're gonna have a question from the SIE, the 6, the 63, the 26, 65/66, and the Series 7, which is gonna be great.
Yeah.
You get all that wrapped up in a nice free session, plus all the regular shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we head into the weekend, one of the major messages I want to say to you guys is you got to stay consistent. You have to stay consistent. You have to do it every day. Every day?
Every day.
Every day. You mean on Saturday?
Yeah.
The in-laws are visiting on Sunday. Do I do it on Sunday?
Yeah. Still have to do it on Sunday, guys. Might be an excuse to get away from me. No, of course not. You want to do that?
Wow, I never wanted to go to the library so bad in my life.
Sorry, guys. I gotta study. No, but before they come over.
Yeah. The main thing is you got to build it into your day. Look, our distraction is going to happen, guaranteed. If you're an adult, it's going to happen. There's at least 10 unexpected things a day that will happen to you every day.
Minimum.
Always.
Yeah.
And if you're waiting for the perfect time to study, if you're waiting for the perfect economical time to study, if you're waiting for the alignment of the moon and the planets, you'll be waiting for an eternity. There is no such thing as perfect time. It's just now.
You know what I heard the perfect time is?
Now. It's now.
It's just now.
Guys, and if you feel like you're not motivated, let me give you a key thing. I just learned this the other day. Oh, actually, I learned a long time ago, but it's true. And I read it again this last couple days. But if you're not motivated, you ever felt like you're not motivated to do something? Like you're just like, I wish I felt motivated. Motivation only gets you so far.
This is true.
Self-discipline is what's going to get you there. If you don't feel motivated, that's because you're not doing something. You're not in action. If you want to get motivated, the best way to get in out of that rut is to have action. You got to have action. Just start doing it. Start moving in the direction of your desk. Start pulling out the stuff to do it and just act. Stop thinking, stop waiting for the motivation, just do it. It's the same way you overcome procrastination. Immediate action. As soon as you feel your words and your brain and your mind formulating, I will do it later, I will do it tomorrow, that is the key words to start doing it now. Don't wait. Because it won't happen.
My mom always used to tell me tomorrow never gets here.
No, it's a perpetual moving of the carrot. You got to constantly always just do things by action. If it's scheduled in your calendar, make it happen. Make it part of the routine, make it part of your discipline, and eventually you'll start to enjoy it. And if your study sessions are so boring and they suck, guess what? Make them unsuck. That's your job. You don't have to make everything suck. And if you have that mental attitude, it sucks, it's because you put that in your head that it sucks. You've decided that it's going to be bad. You've decided it sucks. And now guess what? That's exactly what you're getting.
Yep. It's truth.
If you make it fun, if you make it something that you convince yourself over time that you want to do it and you love it, you'll condition yourself to enjoy something. It's having that right attitude. It's kind of like when you see a person walk into the room, you automatically go, oh man, this is going to suck, right? But if you change your mind and you just go, wow, that guy's going to be great, you'll have a better encounter.
And guys, I have to say this too. It's all of this is all temporary. Like it isn't forever. And I think that we feel like when we're in this journey that this is forever. No, guys, the best way to get out of this feeling is just to get it done.
Yeah, just act. Get it over with.
Get it over with.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
That's what I used to tell myself.
Quick.
By the way.
Quit doing it slow and painful.
Yep.
Some of y'all, I'm just like, why? Why do you do that to yourself?
Yep.
It's like watching you just put a knife through your foot, like slowly every day. It's like, why do you do that? Yes. Stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But they, it's like your kids. They don't listen. They don't listen. They're just they keep doing it anyway. You're like, and then you know what happens? Months later, they go, man, I wish I would have listened to you. Yeah, me too. Me too. And then we'd all be happier months ago. But everybody's going to do what they're going to do. But I'm trying to get you guys to do it sooner. Make it consistent. Make it fun. Have the great positive mental attitude that we teach here all the time. PMA, positive mental attitude always. And you'll get those results that you want. But don't stop this weekend. Speaking of not stopping, and if you want that course material, you want to join in on some original content that's not like everybody else's, guys, there's a lot of study preps out there. And most of them, what they do is they just go and copy someone else's, or they talk about someone else's material. They don't write their own material. They don't have their own books. They say flip to page whatever from somebody else's LEM. We don't do that here. We have our own study guides. We have our own audios, our own visuals, our own videos. And speaking of videos, we have 27 new short videos on products and risks that are going to be dropping this weekend. They're going to help out on every exam from what Brandy said. And guys, I know it sounds like a lot of videos, but guess what? A lot of these videos are small. They're all small. They're all like 7-minute, 8-minute, 9-minute. Why do we do that? So that way you can fit them in your day. Sprinkle them in there. Guys, in between an appointment, 7-minute video. In between talking to your in-laws, 8 minutes. I don't know why my in-laws are in my mind. I don't really have bad in-laws, to be honest with you.
He does not.
And but you get my point. Maybe that guy that comes in the room and you're like, hold on, I gotta take this over here. Yeah. Watch a 20-minute video.
I'm busy right now.
Anything. You can sprinkle the study sessions, that course material throughout the day. You don't gotta wait for us. You don't need to do a 72-hour, 80, 90-minute, however they do it, boot camp where you need to suck in all the information and all that course material, hope it all sticks, and then go take an exam the next week. Guys, that's crazy. We want to teach you content, and we want to teach you test-taking techniques and strategies to overcome these multiple choice questions and just really open your eyes to a system that gets you through all the different exams. Mm-hmm. Like our student who passed like all the exams for SIE through the 26 in like 52 days, start to finish. Yes. Guys, that's how that happens. Learning the content and learning techniques and strategies that help you get there.
Yep.
So how do we do all that? Scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat, watch my orientation replay, explains everything. We even have a Kona community, our Discord, where you can reach out to Brandy 24/7 all weekend long. Find some study partners all across the United States. We're from coast to coast, even on the islands. By the way, shout out to Hawaii. We're praying for you, all of our students over there. Hoping all of them are okay and safe. I have not heard from everybody yet, but just praying. But the point is, we got a great community of positive mental energy and just a place where you can just go get some study and just ask some questions.
Yep.
Guys, it's great. Join it. It's free. All that stuff is available. We even have a Telegram. You can join that for free. And then we have these replays of the Studying Brew over there on not only just Discord, Patreon, Facebook, and Telegram, and YouTube. So you can find the replays of these Studying Brews and all those different platforms.
Yes.
All right, we got a live session reminder for all of our members who are in the members. This is one of the things we do. We have live sessions tomorrow. We are doing Your Question Friday. Simply put, our students show up for this. You bring your questions. Brandy just helps you on the questions that you pose.
Yep.
You post them up. We just go over them. And Brandy just explains or answers those questions for our 63ers who are soon to be fully licensed.
Woohoo!
Tomorrow, we also have the SIE course recording. This is an extra bonus for all of our members who are in those tiers. You guys are getting that SIE recording as we update, as we just dropped 27 new videos. We've been including all of our members in that process, helping out, listening, getting that extra bonus live session. Having that communication with Brandy. Hey, I don't understand this. Oh man, I'm glad I'm on here for this. It's just another way to get another bit of that interaction and that accessibility to us. That is going to have its own Zoom code. So make sure that will drop 2 hours before the actual class starts. So look for your email with that special Zoom code, and then you're in from there. All right. Ready to get going?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right, guys, here we go. Series 6. We're going to go over 6 different questions, and all from the different exams. Be sure to pay attention to how Brandy attacks these questions. We teach a tactic, a strategy, if you will, on how to answer these questions. One of the major things that we do that's different than anybody else is that we look at answers first always. Why do we do that? Because when you look at the answers first, sometimes you can even get the question right without even looking at the question. That's what's crazy. We're going to show you how to observe different patterns, different kinds of, the way they answer choices. Sometimes it just have patterns, or they have little things you can catch on to that will really help you single out what the real answer is, or at least get it down to a 50-50 shot. And then you go read the question. Guess what? You already kind of know what the question, you're just verifying what you think in the answers. So now you're reading the question with intent. It stops you from reading it over and over and over and over and over.
Yes.
Guys, it's a timed exam. Anything you can do to shave time off and really give you that advantage is a bonus.
Absolutely.
So let's go for it.
Let's do it. What? That looks different, doesn't it?
It does look different. You took off all the letters.
Yeah, I pulled it from a different Q bank too.
We're not doing A, B, C, and D.
You'll see why.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yes. Right. So the answers say rises high above the warrant's strike price. So I got rise above, reaches the strike price, drops far below the strike price, or reaches its par value. So I'm looking at this.
2 reaches.
Yeah.
And we got one up and one down.
Right. So reaches the strike price and its par value. I don't know what we're exactly talking about.
Do you know what I know?
They're pretty the same.
Do you know what I know? Is that when you tell me that they're the same, I can eliminate them right away.
Probably.
Second thing I know from being on here 700 and whatever episodes.
63 times. Yes.
That when we have an opposite, one of those two is probably going to be the answer.
I agree.
And all I need to do now is read the question and see which direction.
That's absolutely right. Let's read the question. An investor who holds a warrant for ABC Corporation would profit most. Okay. I just kind of stopped there, and I saw somebody in the little window right there just do exactly what I did. Up. Right? I'm going to profit most when it's above. Right? Isn't that how we profit?
Yeah, when it's above the bottom line.
Yeah.
And so would it be fair to say a strike price is no more than a bottom line? In layman's terms,
I think you think of that. I just think of it as like it's the price. It's the price of the warrant, or it's the price that the warrant says. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So anything above it, we're winning.
Yeah. Anything above a stated price is a win.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'm looking at that.
Well, you're the teacher. You should be right.
Well, I am right. I know I'm right. Because why? Because look, boom, I'm right. Right? I knew I was right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how I approached this question, was like, well, I profit when it's above.
So I hope you guys were paying attention there. Look, we saw the opposites. We already knew those two. One of those two was going to be the answer. Just 90% of the time, guys, that's usually it. Like that right off the bat.
Right.
And definitely if you have two answers that are similar, it's just common sense. They either both are right.
Right.
Which is not a possibility because we're on a multiple choice. We can only have one.
Correct.
So they're automatically out.
Yep. And if you guys were in the SIE class today and Tuesday, you saw that this was a possibility.
When you read the question, it makes it so much easier.
Yes. All right. So I have 50% equities, 50% fixed income. I just look at this as a 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 90% equities, 10% cash. First of all, you know what? There's a lot of numbers and a lot of percentages on here, right? And sometimes, guys, I'll start down one path and I'll go, wait a minute. So look at this. 50, 50, 90, 10, 60, 40, 50, 40. 10.
That seems like that's a bigger spread on the D there.
That's like the highest. Exactly. It's the highest percentage.
And D, look, is what it says. It's the balanced.
Well, yeah, we have balanced funds and we're balanced.
Yeah.
There's a lot of balancing happening there.
We're well diverse.
And 60-40 is not so bad either.
No.
Right? Like 60-40, not so bad. It's almost
just a little bit above 50-50 or under.
Right. So I'm going to look at the question and I'm going to go with whatever I have. Woo, that's a lot. So I'm looking for something that's going to tip me off to equal or not equal.
Oh my goodness, Brandy, there's numbers. Is this a math question?
No. Because why? Because Bill's 25, right? He's got 52 invest. He makes pretty good money, 75,000 a year, and he lives comfortably. So his main investment goal is to make a lot of money, preferably in a short period. And to do so, he's willing to take on a lot of risk. I don't know about you guys, but anytime, like I'm looking at it like this and you're like, well, how do you know? How do I know? Because anytime you're taking in a lot of risk, that means you're highly concentrated in one area. You got most of your eggs in one basket. You're taking on a risk that you're going to drop those eggs.
Because that's a high risk. Can we all agree if we got a lot of eggs in one basket, that's high risk? And what do they always teach us? More risk, more reward.
Exactly. And he's willing to do it.
Common sense, guys.
So there you go.
Real life common sense.
Yeah.
Don't forget your common sense.
Right.
Don't get lost in the mumbo jumbo of these words and don't get confused. Don't forget all the basic stuff.
Yes, because look right here. I didn't even even if I didn't know, even if I wasn't studying, I would just relate it to the highest percentage number, a lot of risk. I got eggs. I don't want to put 90% of them in one basket.
Did you hear us talk about what an equity is? Did you hear us talk about what fixed income securities are?
Nah.
Not necessary.
Nah. No.
Not necessary.
Nope. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Because wait until you see one of these questions. All right. I got buy treasury bonds. I got lower reserve requirements. I got lowers the discount rate. And I got sell treasury bonds. Okay. So I've got treasuries and treasuries.
I was going to say A and B, D are opposites.
And lowers. Right. And these are opposite, right? Now, I might not know the right connection yet, but I can make some observations. Buys and sells completely opposite, lower requirements and lower a rate, right? And I'm like trying to ignore these. I'm just looking at, I'm lowering some requirements and I'm lowering a rate.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me look at the question. And it says, when the Fed wishes to remove money from the economy. Now let's think about this for a second. If I want to remove money, am I lowering access to money? No. In fact, if I lower requirements and I lower the rate, I make it easier, right? Because the bar's here and you can't reach. Oh, I'm trying to reach the bar, you can't reach it. So if I lower the bar, you can now reach it.
Yeah.
Right?
That means everybody can go buy.
Exactly. You're out. Now, buying and selling. Guys, if you buy something, you're giving money. Andy is the one that's selling the bonds. I'm the one that's buying the bonds. Okay. I'm the Fed. He's the economy. If I buy the bonds, here, economy, take my money.
Oh my gosh, I have way more money in my pocket.
I can't remove, that's not removing it.
No.
But now Andy is like, well, if I sell that bond, right, I'm taking that money. Andy is now the Fed and he's taking the money out of my pocket. So that's selling. Guys, I didn't even of course I know this answer, right? Because I've been doing this for 8 years, but I really related it to me having money in my pocket. I'm the economy. I'm the Fed. There we go. I'm the Fed. You're the economy. How do I take money from you? I sell something and I take your cash.
Right.
Right? That's what I wanted to say. I sell something and take your cash.
Just common sense, right? When you buy or if someone sells you something, don't you have less money in your pocket?
Exactly.
I went into Costco.
Thank you. You articulated my brain better. Thank
you. If I went into Costco only wanting some detergent, I walked out with $400 worth of stuff in my basket. How do they do it?
I hate when people go like this. Did you find everything okay? And I look and I'm like,
I didn't even know I needed a gallon of mayonnaise.
More than. Yeah. Thank you for articulating that better. All right. Now,
763 episodes I've been here.
Yeah. Well, we've been married for almost 10 years, so that helps too. All right. So state X only, state Y only, state Z only, X, Y, and Z. Now, if you guys go by pure 100% technique, we know that this is the answer because it has an and we don't like the words only.
Why don't we like the words only, Brandy?
Well, because usually they're not true.
We have a little thing around here called Mona.
That's
to
right.
help you remember that. Must, only, never, always.
But then I go like this. I should probably at least look at the question.
Should, but we can make observations.
Yes,
I'm looking for an except, by the way.
Yes, an except. That's a good.
Or something that says something's a little different.
Now, if you're studying for the 63,
ooh, we got to be careful.
You got to be careful because we know that there's one of two things that happen when we just have a list of states. So if I'm studying the 63, I'm either looking for, do I need to register in this state, or does the administrator have jurisdiction? So we can't necessarily discount an only when we have a list of states here.
Yeah, but that's why I said the last one, I'm just paying attention. I'm looking to see if there's an except, and I love the and in an answer, guys.
Yes. But I wanted to, this question in particular, I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? This is a perfect example of how maybe this would be a perfect choice on every other exam, but the
63.
Exactly.
But let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Boom. All right. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to get my highlighter out here so you guys can see where the connection happens. A broker dealer headquartered in state X has an agent that is located in Y. The agent accompanies a customer to state Z on a golf outing where the agent makes an offer of securities to the customer. Which state have jurisdiction over the offer? Dude is in Z. He makes an offer to the client in Z. And I'm just going to go ahead and assume that the client said, sure, I'll buy it, while sitting in state Z. So because that's the really the only state that's involved at this moment, because that's where the agent and the client both are. That's why the answer is Z. This is a jurisdiction question.
Got to be careful on the 63.
Might be testable. Might be tested.
But that's where we tell you guys, when it comes to 63 and 26, we have rules that we have to follow, and it is an only and a must.
Yes.
So it doesn't always work.
Correct. So you got to be careful with them rules. But that being said,
got to map it out.
Yeah.
Map it out.
All right. So one of the questions about the reason why I pulled this question is because a lot of times when we're taking our focused drills in certain areas, I know that this question straight up is coming from the business information area. And I'm looking at all of these words and I got interest, investments. Well, investments doesn't have anything to do with business information. And then I have dividends, which doesn't really have anything to do with the business end, right?
Mm-hmm.
But earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization is all like accounting words. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Those words are all accounting words. And I'm in the business information section. So can I tell you guys that literally that's how I picked this question? This answer, sorry. I picked this answer purely because I knew this was the business information and everything in D was business related. That's it. Because what? EBITDA.
So if I were studying the 65, I'd say, you know what? When I see that, it is part of the business.
Yep. And so when you see EBITDA, just think that's accounting. That's how you guys should relate this one. It's accounting. So all of the language associated with it will be accounting words.
There you go.
Pretty cool, huh? I got this one. You guys want to know how long it took me to get this answer?
2 seconds.
Yeah. Now watch this one. Don't freak out.
Whoa, that's a long question. Oh man, some people are automatically going B.
So if you're studying for the 26, there's only one answer choice on here that should look familiar.
I was gonna say, but by the way, B is
the
only one without an and.
That is true, isn't it? Okay, so let's go. Okay, so this has no and. Andy loves the ands.
Yeah,
he does.
I always look at answers and I look for something that stands out and something's different.
So check this out. There's 3 things here, right?
Yeah.
There's also 3 things here. I'm going to say that it's one of those because it's 3 things. Now, if you're studying for the 26 and if you studied for the old 60, the old series 6, you should see a set of words on here that look extremely familiar. And that would be acceptance, waiver, and consent. This one should be the only thing that is familiar to you. None of these other words should be familiar. Now, this is one where on my paper, on my, when I'm studying or when I'm on my test, I'm going to go, oh yeah, that one's familiar. Now look at this. That's disgusting. So what I did, guys, is I'm going to take...
you get for the last 2, like right before you're done, right? Like last 3 are like this.
Yes. So this is what I did. John Miller, he's an agent. He had a rough past couple of weeks. That tells me there's a flag here that this dude did something bad. Because why else? Why else are you telling me this?
Had a bad day?
Right?
What's that song go?
So you had a bad day.
Okay. Right.
So I go, I'm not reading all this junk. I know he did something bad, right? So I went down to the last part of it. As such, he decides not to dispute the allegations and goes along with FINRA's request that he submitted a letter of. So he didn't dispute. I accepted it. And I went along with FINRA's request. It was the consent. And because I accepted and consented, I basically pleaded not guilty. I pleaded guilty. That means I waived my right to a hearing. So boom, the answer that was familiar was the correct answer. And all I had to do, guys, was really read. Really, I really only needed to read the end. But there you go. I didn't read this.
Guys, that is a key to success there, because if you can get a question like that down to a few seconds.
2 seconds, guys.
You are winning.
2 seconds.
Because these questions are made to drain your stamina, made to give you that yawn, that, oh my goodness, why did I choose this day? Right?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
By the way, somebody in the chat said they used Mona.
Yep.
I've never been so confident in answering without reading the question.
So you had a good day.
But yes, guys, seriously, that was it. I didn't have to read who John and Ed and all these people were.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
I'm sure, he
I'm
just
sure
did something bad.
I'm sure it was a fascinating week. But guys, it's time for you to have a great weekend. And it starts off with you getting your own quiz going. How do we get good at anything? You don't become Allen Iverson. You practice. You got to get your practice in. Go get your quizzes. Go practice these test-taking techniques. Look, guys, we just saw some amazing techniques work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here, neither is Brandy, going to tell you it's 100% always works. Oh, it's 90% always works. Oh, it's 80% always works. Let's just say it even works 20% of the time. I know it works better than that, but let's say it works only 20% of the time. If you are scoring within 50% with just your content knowledge, you add another 20% with the technique, what are you looking at? A pass notice. And pass. What is really all that matters really is a pass notice.
Is a hot pass.
That's it. And I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. You get your pass notice on that screen in that exam room. The proctor is not going to stop you at the door and says, you know what, George, you need to go back and show me how you got answers 9, 10, 26, and 82. They're not. You skate out of there. You walk out of there. You strut out of there like George Jefferson. You grab Wheezy and you move on up. That's it. You don't need to explain anything. A pass is a pass. So go add these techniques and strategies and techniques into your arsenal and go get yourself a higher score. Go get yourself in a higher level and just start doing it a little bit different than you had before. It's going to be different. It's going to be hard, but all skill sets are hard and different when we first try them.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't make them less effective. It just means you got to keep going at it until you master it.
Yep.
That's how you know it's a real skill set.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's not a gimmick. It's a skill set that you got to master. So stay consistent this weekend. Keep that positive mental attitude. All our members, we'll see you guys tomorrow and Sunday. Everybody else, we'll see you back on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel for the Studying Brew. Until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to quiz tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great and safe one.
Yeah.